After 4 years and countless hours of failing trading, after losing money for years, I finally found a few strategies that have consistently helped me grow my account and protect my profits. In this video, I'm going to show you how one simple strategy has helped me achieve profitability month over month. This has been my best month ever, where I've taken almost 100% increase in my account with only 2 red days. Not only that, I'm going to help you identify the 5 simple entry criteria that will help you identify the best entries. So let's get right into the examples. So here are the examples. Firstly, I want to identify what trend we're in, and I want to identify if we've changed the trend. As long as we remain under my areas, I am willing to take it for a continuation. However, first and second, we identify the trend, and second, we want to see that liquidity has been pulled. Third, we want to see exhaustion. We want to see a retail trap. Fourth, we want to find out where to put our stop and how to adjust it. And fifth, we need to understand where our profit targets are going to be. So first and foremost, we're in a downtrend, and this is the pattern that I look for. I want to see that there was an order block with a fair value gap that was printed, or just a very strong order block, which is just a big V. On retests, I want to see that there was progressively lower retests. And then during some kind of open session, like London session open, I want to see strong exhaustive pressure moving back up into one of these areas, and I mark them out like so. I have a low liquidity pull, a middle, a high, a fair value gap, and an order block. As long as one of these levels is pulled, I'm willing to look for exhaustion and a reversal, or more or less a continuation. So now we have our levels marked out: LPL, LPM, LPH, FVG, and the order block high. Now I want to look for exhaustion, and I want to take a trade in the correct direction. So let's get right into the first example. At London Open, we see an aggressive push up and moving into the order block area. So this is the exhaustion pattern I look for. We have 1 leg up, 2 leg up, and instead of pulling any liquidity, it just goes right ahead and tries again. Now I'm looking for a rejection, but I want to see that liquidity has been pulled in one of the areas. So as this pushes up and fails, I take a short here, and I go for a 1-to-1 initially just to give myself room to breathe, and then I'm going to look for a good pivot, and I want to see that he's making an attempt to take out liquidity. Liquidity in retail areas is here, here, and these are the lows. So those are my targets. The reason liquidity sits here is because as people buy and they're trying to trade the breakout moving higher, a change of structure moving higher, people will put their stops in very predictable areas. Now on a reversal and continuation, I'm expecting explosive momentum, so I do not have to sit in the trade very long. This happens when there is a lot of buildup into an area and a clean rejection. And that means exhaustion and liquidity pull. So as this pulls, my stop is like this. It moves in and hits my first TP and then reverses on me, and that's fine. I have another entry here, same situation. You can add again, taking profits here, waiting for the pull on TP2. However, as we can see here, it comes up and it finally pulls that liquidity, and look, it closes underneath it beautifully. We have a 2-bar reversal, and now we can move all our stops up, anticipating that this is in fact going to be the aggressive move we're looking for to take out all of our profit targets. And just like that, it immediately goes down, and within just 20 or 30 minutes, we have a close of our entire position for a full win. Okay, now moving into our second example. I've been trading AUD USD a lot because we've been in a very strong downtrend. So first we need to identify the areas we're looking to go short. We have a very big whip here, okay, and then progressively lower attempts. Okay, and as we move back into this area, we will be looking for shorts, okay? So moving forward, yesterday on Friday, this was the trade I took, right? I'm waiting for this area to get pulled. And then as you can see here, we had a very big whip, and 1, 2, 3 progressively lower. It moved into this, rejected, pulled back up, and dumped extremely hard. So even if we're over this, I'm not bullish yet. I'm still bearish because we have two more zones above that we can trade short. Okay, so here we have the aggressive order block creation, and we have progressively lower attempts. All right. And right here we get our first entry. And again, what I'm looking for is at session open, London session preferably, I want to see that liquidity is taken out to the upside. Now we had liquidity pull into this zone. I'm looking for a clear rejection and preferably exhaustion. So let's get into this and see what happens. So this is still Tokyo session, and we are just about to get into London session. And right here we start London session at 3 p.m. Bali time, which is UTC +8. We get an aggressive push, a very weak pullback. We didn't take out any liquidity, and an exhaustive move up. Okay, so we took out quite a bit of liquidity already, and we get a really big rejection. So let's see on a slower time frame how this plays out. 2 red bars, 3 red bars. You do not get any better than that. 3 black crows. So you can take this trade and immediately put your stop here, and you can add to the trade as it pulls back into a fair value. And so fast, we immediately hit our profit target, which is a retest of the order block and a break of the order block lows. So our profit targets are going to be here, and they're going to be a break of the lows and a break of these lows. And just like that, we hit our first profit target, our second profit target, and then we have our stop that's moved to break even, and we're looking for a pull of the lows. Okay. And this would have been a 2 to 2.2 win trade. Okay, and again, as it moves into this area, I don't want to start risking any money, so I'm going to take my profits as it pushes this level, and I'm going to move my stop up to something like this. So that trade, the smooth win rate, turns out to be something like a 7.83 plus a 2.24, so this ends up being around a 4R trade. Okay, now let's get into the final example. Okay, now on Euro USD, same situation. I'm trading on Friday, and here we have an aggressive push down, and we have manipulation. Okay, so we had our push down and consecutively lower highs. We have a LPL, low pull on liquidity, high pull on liquidity. Fair value gap was up here, and our order block is up here. So this whole zone I have marked out, and I'm looking for rejections. Okay. Now, yesterday, here we are, as we're moving up and getting ready to start the session, right? Session starts around 1500, and I do not want to really take a trade until about 1530. Reason being is I do like to let a little bit of the liquidity cool off before I get into my trades. So here we go. Waiting for an aggressive exhaustion into previous resistance, and I'm looking for entries and exhaustion. Okay, so here we have aggressive exhaustion with no real pullback, and on the 1 minute this could look like a little bit of a trap. However, we have our targets here on the low here, and then the area that was respected previously, I'd like to see it interact with this as well. So we can have a great trade just like this. Okay, now on the 1 minute, which is what I was trading, I wanted to see, again, exhaustion, a weak pullback, and then a continuation. And right as soon as we pulled in this and closed underneath, as we started to reject it, I took a small position here because I had a tight stop, and I was looking for a fast flush down to the downside to hit my profit targets. And as we broke the lows there, I moved my stop up to break even, and I took profits here, waiting for it to fall down and take out previous liquidity. And as this is moving back up to my break even, I walk away and I come back, and I've seen that this has actually taken out my profit target. Now this did take quite some time, but that's fine. I had already taken my profits on the day, so no worries. And just like that, we tap into LPC2, liquidity pull zone number 2, TP2, and I am done trading for the day. So those are the 3 examples I have. Those are the 3 trades I took on Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.